Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone on this Friday evening? It's a good time to have a weekend, right? I am ready for some Path of Exile Blight. I did stream a bit earlier today and finished my playthrough of my time at Porsche. And I've not played Path of Exile all week, so I am very ready to feel like I'm making progress again. And I'm still continuing to build my solo self-found minion army build, which I'm playing the Arcanist Speaker of the Dead build, according to the build guide. And I've got only two, or was it three, of Uber Lab trials unlocked so far. And I have started doing tier 4 maps on the Atlas. So I think I'm about 20 hours, 20 to 30 hours into the league, about 2 weekends. And yeah, not playing during the week means I still feel like I'm very far behind some of the other players, but playing socially. Let me just check all the settings are right. I believe I should have, there we go, I am live. I just wanted to check that my PoE extension is working, and it seems to work. They've changed it to the left hand side, which is what confused me a little bit earlier on. Let me also just check my secondary device that my audio sounds fine. It should be fine. Was fine earlier today, but you never know. Yeah, it sounds alright. I'm just watching an ad, getting confused about what's going on. Need to get zombies again. Need to get the super identified birds. I need to get the same colored sockets. So it's actually 4 off-colored sockets that I need to get right. I was still doing that. And yeah, I've done chaos recipe. How's my chaos recipe tab looking? Let's do. Let's clear this out before we start. Yeah, audio's fine. Sorry to start on a boring note. People don't tend to like this, but I like my chaos recipe. Let's clear out this stash tab until I cannot get any more.
Welcome.
So.
Be careful, Exile.
So I tend to save, especially in solo self-found, I tend to save all my chaos recipe in this type of format. So all the armors over here, the 3 slot weapons at the bottom, and then jewelry on this side. Makes it fairly easy to get. It's 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Thought I heard something. Farewell.
Just keep doing that until the tab is full, and then once the tab is full, just go through this exercise that I'm going through now to clear it all out and get a bunch of chaos orbs in exchange. Because solo self-found doesn't allow you to
Stay in the light.
sell high value items unless you migrate to the league. But unless I am lucky enough to, in some random drop or random gamble, get something like a headhunter, I don't think I will move to the main league.
Be careful, Exile.
It's not worth it otherwise for me. The frustrations and feeling like I'm not playing the game to the best of my ability, which often happens if I try to play a trade league, just frustrates me. So I choose to avoid that frustration by playing solo self-found.
Be careful, Exile.
But only my own speed matters. Yeah, it should be there.
Thought I heard something.
Well, I heard something. Wait a minute. What extra one wasn't needed.
Farewell.
So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Welcome.
Welcome. It just gives me an opportunity, if I now start playing for the first time this weekend,
Farewell.
I can actually pick up some items that I can save for my chaos recipe.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Stay in the light.
And that I've got a bit of chaos, obviously. It's always good to have some spares, because I use it to buy the map upgrades and the chisels from Zana. Or Zana. That is pronounced Zana or Zana.
Farewell.
I tend to say Zana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Thought I heard something.
I've already been saving a lot of the resistance type gear anyway, so I don't need to identify all the items right away,
Farewell.
like I did when I've just gotten to this level of items. That and 2 more.
Welcome.
How are you feeling, Nico?
Stay in the light.
Stay in the light. You too, buddy. You too. Stay in the light. It's like a blessing. Stay in the light.
Welcome. Be careful, Exile.
Be careful, Exile. There's a darkness out there.
Welcome.
Yeah, so I get about 3 stacks of Chaos Orbs every time I clear out my Chaos
Stay in the
Recipe
light.
tab. All in good fun. Feels like I'm making progress. Chaos Recipe, Chaos
Welcome.
Orbs are useful to come by, and it's not just depending on drops there.
Be
Nice
careful,
feeling.
Exile. Hello.
Need to check how much master missions I've saved up. I had the original impression that you don't even have to log in and it will give you one of each master missions per day. But last weekend I realized that is not the case. It's sad, but maybe they've changed it
Thought I
or
heard something.
I just misunderstood how it works. Which also happens from time to time.
Stay in the light.
No, you stay in the light. I stay in the light.
Welcome.
Yeah, I've had a big my time at Porsche playthrough.
Be
I
careful,
actually checked, it was
Exile.
140 hours total time to play through the game. But that finished its crescendo
Welcome.
this week, and I finished the very last thing I wanted to do earlier today. So I'm happy to have another go at
Stay in
Path
the
of
light.
Exile. Continue my playthrough of Path of Exile. Okay, that's Chaos Recipe 1. For now, 36 Chaos Orbs takes it to 37 total. Yay! Yeah, I think I had a few Zana quests near the end of my last playthrough, which I kept buying the
Need a map?
chisels. Let's see if she's got more chisels. More chisels, please. Thank you. Lighthouse. I'll take a lighthouse.
Stay sane.
Stay sane! Are you crazy, lady? Nobody can stay sane in this world. Right class is crazy. I've got 200 chisels. Let me see if anything's changed. 3, 3, 2, 1, 2. Not really. Unless it is actually only 2 per map. But what I did manage to do and set up for this playthrough is I got one of each of the maps. So I can finish tier 4 got a channel map which is gonna will become my new humility farming zone once I've got a few of those. But I've got all the tier 4 maps, which is what I've sort of been aiming for. Abyss. I also found my first abyssal depth abyss, which is great. Reflects 13 of physical damage. Not sure if this is a good thing or bad thing. In ages since I actually played with Reflect, I think. Okay. You will discover Trial of Ascendancy. Nice. Let's summon some zombies. You take care of them zombies. You take care of them. Okay. Ooh, there's a crypt. Oh man. Feels nice to actually be doing a bit of this easy loot stuff. When it's like everything's good, it's all loot, man, must pick up the loot. Well, bird. Slightly good tower defense as well. Ooh. Superior Despair. I don't use Despair though. But it's pretty good. 20%. I might save that. I got that from the what are they called? Incubation thingy. Incubated item. Get the boss. No, my lightning bolts, not your lightning bolts. My lightning bolts. Take the map completely.
For an eon, falls and scoured from the pages of history.
Pick us and make the good stuff up. And then see if I'm lucky enough to get one of the Uberlab trials that I haven't got yet. After I help some castle. Okay.
God's war.
God's word. That's what she said? Okay. Not minions. So let's do freeze. A fire. Fire. And a shock. And upgrade the freeze. And upgrade the fire.
The blight is trying to spread.
The blight is trying to spread. Not if I can help it. Or it won't matter if I can help it, I should say. How I haven't had one of those blight maps yet. How rare are they? I saw they're quite expensive though on trade list, so makes me think they're about half as rare as a exalt. I've only got one exalt so far, so not that common. Upgrade the shotguns. Rustic stash, but what I'm interested in, this looks like a blight, not a blight one, a breach one. Dex 79 life and 29, 20 max energy shield, 22 fire damage, but no resistance. The Gambler. Summon skellies. Yeah, I've put in a bunch of stuff in my offhand weapon slot to level. Dead end. Darkness, slippers, quick. Yeah, this build feels good because it's so OP. I don't think they've made any changes in the last week that I thought that's going to negatively impact my build. I think it should mostly be positive changes if they fix stuff that's broken. I've not played the Blight maps. I heard there were some problems with that, especially with minions. So maybe I just don't know what the problems are. That needs to be fixed. I've not experienced too much. I've only crashed once there. Only crashed once. Crippling Grief. I've already done. You will discover a trial of the sentence. Okay, let's trigger that and then go back. I'm not interested. Trial of the sentences in solo self-hand especially is not my favorite thing to do, so if I've already done it, I will not do it again. Unless it's an easier one, like I think Burning Rage is fairly easy to do. But yeah, not doing this one if it's not one that if it's one that I've already done before. Marine flask.
Too much clutter.
Too much clutter. Okay. Now I need to do some chancing later this weekend. Hopefully get lots of the good chancing loot, which is this laminated kite shield. Because I'm trying to get the Victorious Charity chest. Victorious Charity shield, as that's a key component of this build. Because it gives your minions a random chance to get some charges, which is a pretty awesome skill because it gives you or gives them more damage essentially. What it boils down to. So this is actually pretty good, except no resistances. But other than no resistances, pretty good. What's this? Doom Fletch adds physical damage, 11% increase attack speed, 60% increased mana regenerate, gain 100% of weapon physical damage as extra damage of a random element. Okay. Okay. Flask, which is this one. This is Aquamarine, which is the top one. Yeah, I tried to keep 5 of each, so I haven't got quite 5 of Aquamarine, but a lot of them I am starting to reach that level, which should tell you that I haven't been playing that much, but I'm still not capped on those. Quality 16 is this Despair gem. Anything 16% or higher quality gems I will put in there. Normal quality stuff or lower quality stuff I will put in here and sell them in bulk at some point when I want more Gem Cutter's Prisms. Also got some hot chocolate by the side that I'm trying to finish. No. Cursed Crypt. Okay. Now let's go and finish. If there's any more mobs in here, I might drop a good map or something. No, there shouldn't be too much more. Ah, one orbital fusing. And that's it. For orbital fusing and a laminated kite shield. Let's do the next map. Next map is any tier 4 map. I'm trying to complete the map tiers, or the tier 4 maps at the moment. Elf can go, Elf can go. And the next hidden architect is a tier 5 or higher shape map. Okay. Ah, burial chambers. Maybe I could lucky and get a doctor. And not being able to actually properly farm it. So I'm not that sadistic to myself. Or masochistic. Incantation. The Whispering Ice. Yeah, some of the builds I've played recently would actually use the Whispering Ice as a key mechanism, and because you can actually farm it quite easily, it was actually a good build to farm in SSF Patch. Cleared this area. What is going on here? Running through corrupted grounds. What's going on? I mean, good to hear what they're gonna announce at TwitchCon. Haven't read. I've looked a bit at the agenda or the schedule, but there wasn't anything that stood out as, oh, that's gonna be a magnificent. Just eager to just get an understanding of what people are saying. I see Zizzer is actually on the schedule for Path of Exile, doing Path of Exile players meetup in one of the stores. And Don the Crown, I think, is there as well. Another streamer that's going to be there. Or that specific panel, I should say. I don't know if other people are just going to show up. But that's the one that's on that Path of Exile panel for talk to your favorite streamer. It'd be interesting. It's almost time for October, and then November, which is the month after October, which is the next month. It's almost time for ExileCon. Where they're going to give us the first view of 4.0. Which they want to be probably as impactful, if not more impactful than 3.0 was when they released all 10 acts. So we will see how that goes. Maybe the game becomes a paid game, and not a free-for-all. Get more good stuff. Divine power. Ah, not freeze. So let's make a fire on the side. Don't upgrade the freeze. Upgrade the shot. Upgrade the fire. Okay, maybe not the best choice of what to do here. Why are the new rules? Not these, but other stuff. Earth. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Some Goliath Greaves and an Ancestral Blood. I will take this. Jade Amulet, Moonstone Ring, Path Blight. So all of that can go into my Chaos Recipe tab. Yes, 2% of physical damage leeches life. Carnal that I will take actually. And the Zana mission, hold on.
Still sane, Exile.
No, I am not, Zana. I am not sane. Stop asking me that. Makes me think you don't trust me.
Darkness.
First check inventory and then see what she's got. Find Vol Fragment, complete Labyrinth Trial, find Divination Card, Lodestones or unique item. I am 1 for a Labyrinth Trial. So I'll activate that and also just go and sell that before I go. Or drop the stuff off, I should say. Mostly Chaos Recipe stuff. Gloves, boots, weapon, and belts. Whispering Ice, difficult, and some currency stuff.
Hello?
Hello. So let's do a trial and hope it's a new one. Yeah, I've got 3 so far, so let's see if we can get a good one. Trial of Swirling Fear, I think that's on that. And look, Trial of Swirling Fear. I have done it. But let's do it to make Zana happy. Trial of Ascendancy. Yeah, this one isn't too bad. Just need to not run at the same time as the spiky stuff. And don't run on the same track as the spiky stuff, I should say. Not sure what that does. Let's pull it. And last leader. Lever. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so that one wasn't too hard. It's just the spiky ones with the spikes from below that I do not like. Sometimes it's timed and I don't run, or the saws that you can't actually see with the loads of minions which one is actually getting the bloody spatter from, whether it's yourself or your minions. Probably should say not to run where you've got those bloody splats. Anyway, there's probably ways to do it right, and I'm not doing it the right way. Ooh. So Rogue Exile. Take some of his yellow gear. Let it drop. Imagine if people had to die for you to actually get yellow gear. That would have been interesting. Yeah, so because I'm doing all tier 4 maps now, and this is a tier 4 map, I can just finish it anyway. So I don't have to do it separately from this mission. Field map complete. I have to keep a particular track of what I've done and not done. As long as I don't try and complete higher tier maps at the moment. Otherwise I might actually have chosen one that I... the other option is to do one that I haven't got a map for. Which is not the way I went at this time, but you could do it that way. Freeze. Upgrading power. Mycelium!
Put out new mycelium. New roots.
Oh, from the rear, okay. Much for that.
It's branching exile.
Not a fire, so let's do it over there. And some on this side as well. Just watch the red dot on the map. Oh, coming from below, coming from below. Let's do a minions over here. Upgrade the earth. Upgrading power. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Too close by half.
No, they don't. No, they don't. I refuse to look at them. Just need to pay attention. Sometimes I get it wrong. Grove successfully destroyed. Blight pustule. Some essences. Some weapons. Okay.
Oh, go on.
Go on. Don't stay around and chat to me. Just do. Mobs. Let's clear out the mobs. I need to set a timer so I know to take breaks. Otherwise it's going to be a long time before I get tired and then don't stream as much as I wanted to. Okay. Set a timer for my break to not stream too long without taking a break. Bio and stretching a break as I call it. Okay, that's burial chambers. Everything successful, yes. It was all good. Ooh, look at that. Now I'm getting a fields map. Probably do something with those unset rings. Because I've got unset rings as a requirement for this build because it needs those extra auras. And it's good to have a different variety of unset rings to hopefully get a good roll on them. Minions rank 2. Nice. This lady before she does damage to us. It gets too many zombies to feed her and empower her. Atlas mission from Zayna received. Burial chambers complete. Okay, so Legion boots. I'll take. Okay. Oh, listen to that music. It's pretty awesome. 0 monsters. Listen to that music. Pretty awesome in-game music. But it changes when you go to a peaceful city. So peaceful here. So peaceful in this little hover. A back street alley, back alley I think is the hideout. Back alley. It's just getting exciting. Oh, I wanted that one. Is it this one? I thought it was a blue one. It is a blue one. It looked green in there. Maybe my color vision is drying up. Maps. Let's have a look. Plus 10 to all attributes, 20% increased lightning damage. Add 2 to 50 lightning damage to attacks and 5% increased cast speed. That's alright. Hasn't got any life or resistances, but it's got some good other stats. I might get a lot of essences this league because of that essence thing on the Blight nodes. Seems to be quite common. See, they're gonna make an improvement to the Delve tab to put in a crafting window similar to this one. They're gonna put a crafting window on there. Would be pretty awesome. Okay, next map. Tier 4. Let's do a ley line. Ley line is pretty good. So I've got 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Just saving them up when I'm doing the maps for completion, and then once I'm farming maps to actually get the map drops for the next tier, that's when I try to use the master mission just to make it feel a bit more directed. Grip the gloves, I think. Is that my first grip glove? Might be. I'm also looking for my first bone helmet as the helmet of preference for this build, because it gives plus minion damage. It's an implicit. So not lightning, so let's do a freeze and a fire. And a upgrade these. Divine power! That wasn't very convincing, Cassia. Are your faith true? Oh, and there is a Legion encounter as well. They've significantly decreased the reward spawns from Legion encounters. There's a few instances I've had of them.
More meddling in my
Intervention as well during this. That's mean. That is very mean. Okay, there was only one, and he died so quickly. It's not even funny! Let's see where they are. Slow them down. Upgrade. That was underwhelming.
Would you like to know how this cog fits into the grand machine?
Intervention
Or do you
intelligence.
plan on simply destroying?
Somehow, trusting this Riker Maloney feels like a mistake. But I see no better option. Blessings.
Bless. Let's get some. No veil stuff. Oh, there's a veil one. Increased fire damage, increased cold damage, 41 cold, and 0.24% of physical attack damage. Lose those mana, and 25 cold resistance implicit. Get a life one. Is there life? Regen 11 life per second and 35 max mana. Non-channeling skills. Non-channeling skills at -7 to mana cost. That could be important. Let's get that. Wonder what that costs as a craft, because the build guide has this extra discipline, right, which I can't even do. So I need to do something that reduces mana reserved, or get an item that reduces mana reserved, as well as reducing the stuff that I want to cast, like summon zombies, skellies. It's not that expensive, but if you've only got like 10 mana left, it doesn't give you a lot of mana to work with. So at the moment, skellies cost 30 mana and flame dash costs 22 mana. And last time I still had the discipline enabled, I couldn't actually cast those extra ones.
Blessings.
So I need to figure out what to actually do with the to enable that extra aura, because it's needed for the build guide, according to the build guide. So yeah, maybe I just need to read what the build guide actually says about it. That could also be a problem. Oh, course of action. Raise a zombie level 15. My offhand zombie costs. The Legion. Oh, that's my entry portal. I was like, what's there? What's there? This is interesting. Oh, I've not opened the Blight system, which is why it's confusing over there. Oh, did they increase the rewards again? Or am I now at a higher tier map where it's more rewarding? Maybe that's the case. Yeah, I'll have to see what's actually causing this. It feels a little bit more rewarding. Gemini floor, 38 and 14 mana. That ring mail.
Too much clutter.
Too much clutter. No, it's not. Just need to know how to organize. And I can put up one more of the items that I want to. A tenderizer over there. And then go and... It's like the first... Jonan! Thanks for saying hi. Yeah, I don't always know if I'm talking to myself or not. Yeah, I've been only in the first part of that map. I already need to drop stuff off. Let's see. Yeah, this is my chaos recipe tab, and I've just, before I actually started playing, I just cleared it out, so I need to get more chaos recipes, which is a complicated way in Solo Self-Found to actually make money in this game. It's trading a full armor set for with a vendor, unidentified, and then you can get 2 chaos for that. A red beak, a rusted sword, 100% increased damage when on low life, 50% increased physical damage taken, adds 2 to 6 physical damage, 10% increased attack speed. That's a pretty average unique. See, I've already got one. So
Welcome.
let's see, how's this? Add skull damage, increased critical strike chance, critical strike multiplier, chance to poison. I'm gonna keep this one, so I haven't got that many good gloves yet. Crypt gloves. These bases. I've got 0 good gloves. Cool. Lots of currency though. It's pretty good. Jonan, I finished my my time at Porsche playthrough earlier. I was playing today, so I had the day off from work, and yeah, I finished the campaign on Wednesday. Yeah, you were around when I finished that, and then did a couple of extra things that I still wanted to finish in the game. And yeah, now I finished it, officially finished it, because I did what was the last 2 things that I wanted to do. I finished the Deepest Runes, I proposed to Emily and got married, and I got all the Marco's Tale discs from the mines and watched what they were doing. I will upload the videos. They should be on the Twitch VODs if you want to watch that. I did upload, or gonna upload it, the VOD tomorrow to YouTube as well. What do I want to do? Oh, I was still doing this map. More mapping. Yeah, so during the week I think I'm gonna play Firewatch. It's a fairly short game as far as I heard, but it's intrigued me, the concept, so I'm gonna play that for a while, and after that this War of Mine, which is another bit more serious game. We'll see how that goes. Got a list of games that I wanted to finish, and I'm going to use streaming as the vehicle to force me to finish games. Which is why I'm not really playing Path of Exile to finish it. It's more of a play because I want to play. It's fun to play. You don't really finish Path of Exile. Janos, Paranos.
You win. Let's parlay.
Let's parlay. Question the defeated.
If you cut a paramus,
Janus and Guff become
and you
trusted
definitely
+4
should
fortification
not do so,
intelligence
but if
or
you do,
imprison,
we
+7
breed diplomacy.
research intelligence and
Don't.
-1 rank.
Time to
Imprison.
see how the paupers live, I
some
suppose.
body vow. And let's see, that was 2 out of 3 encounters. We've got loads of space, and there's the 3rd encounter.
Solve this like men!
Those that
Conflict!
face the smoke,
Not cooperation!
function of fire. Talk. Some things.
There's only one fate.
Did you set out to become a monster, Exile? Or was it an accident? My clan would have liked you.
Not as dumb as you seem, Red Road.
Assault. But that's alright. I know what I'm worth. Let's get some unveiling.
Scylla.
Unavail item. How does this give me? 3% of physical damage taken as fire damage. 30% increased maximum armor and +19 max life. Oh, let's get this. I want more zombies and skellies. Not good on this helm, but if I can craft it, it would be amazing. Might craft it on this helm. How much? I know I've got 3 prefixes and 3 suffixes already, so it won't help on that. Strength dex, increased effect of a non-damaging element on enemies. Let's get that one. Looks like it could be useful. Oh, this is pretty good. 17 max energy shield, 44 max life, 25 fire res, 15 cold res, 40% lightning res, and something good. Additional armor and 18 max energy shield, or flasks have increased 4% increased effect. Let's go for more energy shield. I'm actually gonna swap straight out, I think, because this one doesn't have nearly as much resistance. So let me check this out. So defense is all still capped, and I moved from 1102 energy shield to 1148, 50 extra energy shield. It's pretty good. Nice. And what else? Did they drop anything good? No. I wonder what triggers the good music in the game. Got excited about the good music at the end of the last map. Not sure what triggers the good music, but I like it. Yeah, one thing I'm still working on is what do you do for music? I see a lot of players actually play background music, but I've heard some other streamers say if you got music that's actually copyrighted that you can't load it to YouTube because it will just mute the sound on your video. And because I want to load stuff to YouTube, I can't play music that's in any way copyrighted on my stream, as far as I understand. Let's see, what is Carto? I heard some good stuff about Cartos. Let me actually see. Pack of Magic mod 1 additional contained items. Okay, I need to go and get some gear for that. Here are alleyways. Let me finish the boss fight. And then go back to the Carter box. Atlas mission from June received. Nice. Imbued Titan Greaves. Okay. What's this extra flask? Life flask. Okay. Okay, so working my way back towards the Carter box. Because I want to leave the map and come back with some Vol orbs for that. And maybe some Chaos orbs to get a good roll on that. Jade flask.
Too much clutter.
Okay, that's the message I was waiting for. Too much clutter. I can get one more thing. Okay, so get Vol orbs.
Welcome.
Vol orbs. Chaos recipe. Let's dump that in there. And boots. That again. More boots. No flask in this one. Oh, look at this. Let me immediately put this in there. This belt was good. It's got lots of energy shield, life, and lots of resistance. I will probably replace it when I get a good roll on a Stygian Vice, just because of the Abyssal Socket. That's usually the way to go. What's this? Lightning. And this one's full already. This one can be sold. This one can be sold. Strength Dex. Okay, let me actually just check. How much does that craft actually cost? Let's say minions. You mean it's not a craftable? Seriously? So I need to find a good why is it not craftable? Am I just searching for it wrong? Oh no, it is craftable. Ah, not minions, it's raised zombies and skellies. Okay, so it's not that expensive. Let's see. No, not on the current helm. I still want to get the +9 or my zombies to 9, so this is very tempting to go after this now. But not yet. Okay, but later. That's it. This can be sold. Okie dokie. Let's sell. Oh, there's one more that I need to unveil.
Be careful, Exile.
Hello, June. Please unveil this extra thing for me. 10% chance to trigger level 18 summon spectral wolf on kill. Wow. Regen 0.52% of life per second or 12 dex and int. On an amulet. Let's get a minion type thing. Which I think should be a
Blessings.
should be a minion skill, so it would get the bonus from all my regular minion buffs. Div card, maps, and currency. So what I want to get is Roll or for corruption. Do I want Scour and Elk or just Chaos? I think I'm just going to go for Chaos. To roll that Carter chest a few times.
Hello.
See if I can get a good quantity roll on that. And then do the voling, because then it also vols all the map inside it. Which means corrupted. And all the corrupted maps can get up to 8 modifiers without me having to then spend extra elk orbs on it, so it saves me a bit of money. If I get a good quantity roll, so lots of maps, and okay, so this is the one I want. So at the moment it only gives me 1 additional magic item, but I want lots of extra magic rolls, so let's try this. 33% quantity of contained items, increased rarity, contains 1 additional magic item. I think I can get more, 2 additional items and 1 additional magic item. 19% quality is pretty good. Let's go for that one, and then corrupt possibly ruins it all. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Very good. Explodes. Get away from there when it explodes. Look at that. Lots of high level corrupted stuff. And some regular corrupted stuff, but all 19% quality is pretty good as well. Even though it's a regular, 19% quality, which I think increases the quantity of drops. That was it. Wasn't there an extra chest that I was still wanting to open as well? Oh, I already opened it. Okay, that was it. Let's drop off those juicy maps. Maps. Oh no, currency. So I'm looking forward to doing more of the channel maps as well, because that drops, or has a chance to drop, humilities, which is this divination card that gives you tabula rasa, which is a 6-link white socketed thing chest. So I've got currently a 5-linked chest, which is great because it's got some stats on the chest, but 5-link is about how far I've got so far. But this is I think the best or most deterministic way to farm a 6-link is tabula rasa, and it gives you a 6-link, but the chest itself has no stats on it. So I lose the stats on it, but I get a 6-link, and then I can just work towards an actual proper high value 6-link with stats, which I think I'll probably do via delving and trying to get the, I think it's called essences, what's it called? No, dense fossils, which gives you energy shield. So I just need to get the right high level craft, get it 6-linked, Vol Regalia probably, and then put some dense fossils on it. Flooded mine. Do this. Those builds feel so good, man. That's probably why I'm not building stuff. I'm stuck at somebody else's build that feels good. I don't mind. Put some skellies on the ledge over there. Let them fight the mob. Just throwing stuff at me. Cage map. Yeah, so the next bit of farming after I finish the tier 4s is probably just farming more tier 4s to get tier 5 map drops. And this is why it's a bit of a grind, and you understand why the company is called a Grinding Gear Games. It's all a grind. It's just that Cassius is close. And the unrighteous return to ash, and the unrighteous return to ash. It's a scary chant to hear in a dark cave though. But I'm the baddest bad guy around here. So I'm not scared of anything. But if you were scared of anything, hearing that chant in a dark cave might be scary.
Branching exile.
It's a branching exile.
The blight is trying to spread.
The blight is trying to spread. Don't let it. Don't let it. Upgrade the empower. More empower, please. More empower. Enduring tower. Okay. Wall scepter, and what is it? Armor, superior, glorious, plate and some carnal boots. Essences. Okay. The boss is probably around here somewhere, if I had to guess. Yep, all those cyclone stuff is the boss. Nice. Okie dokie. Right, good drops. For Chaos Recipe, Superior Zodiac Leather. Okay. Yeah, anywhere where it's kind of guaranteed to get a good let's say a rare item drop, like bosses or intervention type betrayal encounters. Probably a good place to stop and just check if anything good dropped, so I can use in my recipe tab. Once I get past level 75 items, that's then switching to Regal Recipe, which is also a full set of level 75 plus gear, rare gear, for Regal tabs, similar to what the current Chaos Recipe tabs for. I typically open a new tab slot for that. That's the time to take a break. Let me do that. There were some areas around the back that I want to explore. Let me just do that. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to put up the note that I'm taking a break, and I will be back in about 5 minutes after doing a bit of stretching, going to the loo, that kind of thing. I will be back. Yeah, I misclicked on the wrong button, switched off my video. I tend to leave my little mascot on my chair. I also saw one of the new things that Twitch apparently introduced. I'm not big enough to actually care about this, but they've got a thing called channel points, which basically just gives everyone a way to reward viewers for how long they've watched a specific stream. And I've seen some people call their points some weird stuff, like a one's called fluff, one's called salt. And I was thinking, what do I call my point system? And because I've got this little lion cub as a mascot, and I would probably theme my emotes once I get to that stage in a lion cub kind of way, that I do a lion cub theme. So I was thinking like maybe whiskers or something, that the longer you're part of the community, the more whiskers you've got. Like, there we go. As a name for my what you can get in the stream. But watching a lot of the lion cubs, you get whiskers. Just some random thoughts. I need to investigate what's actually involved and what's the requirements for it. I probably do not meet the requirements for that. A lot of it's more for the bigger streams. Okay, so I was doing map. Let me just check everything's still working. Set the timer for the next break. And okay, timer's going. How's my audio sounding? Haven't broken the game. Yep. Sounds fine. Okay. Oh, that was a dead end. Break some chests. No chests. Run quickly. Run quickly. Okay. Here. Dead end. Back to the start, and let's go and clear out the top bit. I think there shouldn't be too much mobs there. 3 mobs, maybe. Yeah, 3 mobs exactly, in a chest. Okay. Not too much loot. Back to the chest. Back to the hideout, not back to the chest. Back to the hideout. Oh, next map. Tier 4 maps. Only 3 more to go. Added Lake. Barrows at Arachnid Tomb. Ah, this is a Zana one. So for Zana ones, I tend to add an additional modifier and then upgrade to a rare, which increases item quantity and item rarity. Because the Zana modifier is this map's modifiers to quantity of items found also applies to rarity. It increases 2 stats with that one modifier. The Zana's modifier. Oh, no, not this map. A new map. New map, please. I love the way that or this specific portal actually disappears, with the tigers jumping through it, and then it zooms out. Orb of Charms, I will take. Gonna need a bunch of that for my chancing, or trying to chance a specific shield if I don't get it to drop. It'd be great if I actually get one to drop. Pretty awesome. That's over there. oil coat, 6 sockets. And what's this map? Jungle Valley. Armor scrap. Wall grooves. What is this? I heard something drop. Peninsula map. Tier 5. Nice. Let's see what's in the tomb. Investigating a tomb never ended badly. What could possibly go wrong? Ooh, just 3 orbs of fusing. I'll get a bunch of them. Tomb exit. Okay. Okay, that is the entrance starting area. So this way. Yeah, good. The first time I played this game, the mapping system and how to find your way was not very intuitive, and I still don't think they've done it that well. Because I was comparing it to Diablo 3 the other day, and it still feels you get lost a bit and you're running the wrong directions, and they've not made it as I want to say straight line as Diablo 3, for example, which is a design choice, I guess. People feel it's a big world because they can get lost in it. Unique boss. Okay, let's do this. Not freeze and not fire, so let's do a summon and a empower and a earth. Okay, upgrade to empower. I need to watch where the boss is coming from. Which one's the boss one? Is that the boss one? No, that's the fire one. Upgrade the earth. This is the fire boss one. Probably one of these. Just need to check the top that they don't surprise me near the back. Oh, I want to click and I can't click. Okay, upgrade the minions on this side. Okay, and then upgrade this. Make sure that the boss, whenever he comes, is welcomed with stone gaze, petrifies, persistently slays. Okay, that sounds like a boss. Feels like a boss. Upgrade the tower. Burnt Hellion complete. Get health back, get health back. That is scout tower. Okay, this is not acceptable. Whew. Okay, did the boss thing. Nice. Line belt, line belt. And that's it. Defeated Blight Unique Monsters Beacon of Inevitability. Great name though. Beacon of Inevitability. Basalt Flask, Loyalty. So this Vol Regalia is typically the high tier energy shield type chest, which I will work towards later.
Too much clutter.
Too much clutter. I'll actually get all the clutter. Okay, so there's some good stuff that I cannot leave. And let's see. Can probably do this. And get one more thing in there. And then go and exchange it. Back to my hideout. Hideout. Chance. Okay, that's a 6 of it that can be sold. Chaos recipe. Lots of chaos recipe items. Yeah, at some point later, about when I've got about a reserve of around 100 chaos, I do tend to not be so rigorous in picking up stuff for the Chaos Recipe tab. But it's still fairly early in game for me, so still a bit short. This is basalt and bismuth flasks. Basalt, I've not got 5. Bismuth, I do have 5. Okay, so let's sell those.
I heard something.
Sell and sell.
Farewell.
I thought I heard something. It's paranoid. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. Currency. Okay. Get some more of the good stuff. Some more of the good stuff. The harmonic spirits with increased damage. I'll take a Sadist Garb, Steel Circlet, Sentinel Jacket, Magistrate Crown. And on this side I will take that and the gauntlets. Okay. Ooh, overshoot. What is in the air? So it's sometimes dangerous if you don't have that many minions to block stuff, to just walk into one of these with the spitters, because they can, because they spread out, they can all like focus fire on you. It's especially dangerous if it's chaos damage, because it just goes through shields and then it stuns you and then you're dead. So it's worth it to get those minions or something to block and defend that. Or against it, I should say. Ooh. Do a minion, not minion, a legion encounter. Shortly. Afterwards. What was this? This was a host chieftain corpse. Summons apes from trees, empowers allies, and resists fire. So that was one of the spectre options if you want build them instead of specters, more skellies and zombie focused damage. Is you get one of those as a oh, this is the boss fight. Atlas mission from Zana received. And 2 maps as well. Which 2 maps? Mesa and Peninsula. It's tier 5 and a tier 2. Okay. That's fine. 1 tier 5s. Okay. I can work with that. Okay. Map done. Let's do the Legion. Where's the Legion? Over here? Legion is over here. Just make sure I've got as much help as I can. I like that I spread over several levels. Then I have to interrupt my casting of the cyclone to actually jump to the next level. Oh man, minions are good for this. Timeless Karui Splinter. 2 Orb Fusing, Timeless Val Splinter, Titan
Too
Greaves,
much clutter.
Gnarled Branch. Can come back for a bit more good loot. That was good loot. Chaos Recipe tab. I'm almost done with chest though. I've got space for 3 more chests in this tab. Lots more other stuff. The helm. Okay, maps. Tier 5, Tier 4, Tier 2. I've got 3 Tier 5 so far, and 2 of them of the same map, but that's easy to remedy with a Horizon Orb once I get one. Once I get one. Fragments. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get really very far with Legion fragments this league. Unless I get a Legion incubator and it drops me a completed emblem. I don't think I'm gonna get to where I can actually do anything with them. This is often the case with my breach splinters as well, so I'm kind of used to it. Conquest chainmail. Anything else? No. Okay. Let's go back and do the next tier 4 map. Try and finish all the tier 4 maps so they can all drop. So this is what I'm doing. We've not played Path of Exile too much. In this final endgame mapping part of the endgame, you've got this atlas, which you start from the outside and you working towards the inside by completing what's called a map, which is just a zone with a bunch of monsters and a boss. So you try and do that, and then you complete the map. And they split into tiers, which is tier 1 to tier 15. Tier 1 is the complete outside, and tier 15 and 16 is the inside. Tier 16 is what they call Guardian Chambers, which is in the center of the map is the Guardian Chambers for the boss, which is total center. So tier 16 is the ones on the outside, and then you've got the boss, which is essentially going to be tier 17. Yeah, so that's all the tiers, and once you complete a map, that map can drop. So there's 2 phases or 2 qualifiers to maps. So you've got completed, which is the inside highlighted map bit, so this isn't completed, and you've got the bonus completion, which is the circle around it, which you can see on this one. I've got the tick for the bonus, which is to kill the boss of a magic or higher version of this map. So you can complete it without that bonus completion, which allows the map to drop, but the bonus completion does not count until you do that for that map. But what I mean by map can drop is once it's completed, it can drop, but if it's not completed, it can only drop from a connected map. So this map, which is Arachnid Tomb, can only drop from Mausoleum map or Relic Chambers map. And this map, Glacier map, can only drop from a Cursed Crypt map, and so on and so forth. So all your maps are connected, and you have to find maps or play connected maps to get the map to drop, to then do the other one. But you can also get non-dropped maps, which is sold from Zana. So Zana's got some inventory of maps, which she's usually got more, but I already bought out a bunch of them.
May your maps be merciful.
You can buy some maps from her, you can do some map completions from her when you find her in a map, or you can do a daily, which also got some map choices. So that all gives you options to do map completions, which allows you to, or allows that map to then drop as part of the map drop pool anywhere in the game. So yeah, so the goal is to try and do complete, number 1 complete, and number 2 is to also get the Atlas bonus, because the Atlas bonus also gives you this, right? Chance for maps to drop 1 tier higher. So I've done 28 maps so far, but I've gotten the bonus on, which increases my chance of maps when a map drops to drop a higher tier map as well. So I'm slowly and gradually building that up by completing more and more maps till it goes over 100%, which means it can drop 2 tiers higher when it would normally drop. So there's lots of options for getting ways to drop more maps and higher tier maps. To sustain what they call sustaining your end game maps. Once you are very high tier, you want most of your maps unlocked, and the ones that you're specifically farming for, you can. Some people do it like a what they call shaped map strategy, in that you only complete certain maps that you actually want to play. But it's become harder and harder to play shaped and not complete the full atlas, because there's stuff that's still locked behind completing the atlas.
Hello.
I actually
Farewell.
wanted to save a few Unix for the next 5-for-1 recipe.
Welcome.
Secret Prophecy. The dreamer's dream. A rower in a mud geyser map.
Return when you can pay this.
Turn when you can pay my price. Understood. Okay, next map. Let's do Arid Lake map. Corrupted Arid Lake. I think the boss also drops, in a corrupted map, the boss also drops corrupted items. Or can drop corrupted items, which is pretty good. It sometimes drops a Theory Fragment as well, which is specific end boss, which is very Vol related, a Vol themed boss. Lots of mobs, quartz husk. I think I've got enough food for quartz husk. Go check. Ooh. Recipe is what? This is a cold damage rank 3 recipe. Okay, this boss is specific in that you can empower the boss to drop even more loot than usual by destroying the nest. It's a row boss, so if you destroy the row and nests, which is its young, you make the boss more angry, and the more angry boss actually gives more loot. Because I'm a super powerful build, I don't particularly care to do it the normal way. So you just have to be careful to dodge the attacks of the boss, because he does like a charging attack like that, but then it gives you extra loot. Rabbit Aurora, a malicious Gemini claw of item level 83. Might actually be pretty good now that I think about it. For this build, Hydroscale Boots, Tenderizer, Crusader Plate, Carnal Boots, Crystal Wand, Great Crown, Harlequin Mask. Okay, cool. It's pretty straightforward boss fight. Good reward. I am happy. Okay, let's clear out the rest of this map. I think this map is shaped around a lake in the middle, which is why it's called Arid Lake. Because you're essentially playing on the dried bed, lake bed, which is around the little bit of water that's remaining at the center of the map. Okay, that was a bit underwhelming. Terror Claw. 2% of physical damage is life. Not good. the trunk. I must get the trunk. It's gonna have a mirror for me one of these days. Yeah, if you don't know, mirror is the rarest currency in the game, and they said like should drop on average for once for every 10,000 hours played, right? So yeah, I've not played 10,000 hours in this game, not yet. So it's very unlikely to even drop. I think one of the streamers I've seen play have actually gotten a mirror drop, and he's played 16,000 hours in the game and only seen it once. No, I think he's seen it twice actually. He's played a lot, but yeah, it's a very rare occurrence. But even if you do manage to get a drop, it still makes the news, and you can make a front post of Reddit to say, oh, I've had a mirror drop.
Too much clutter.
Too much clutter. Ooh, and a level. Nice. Superior summon Skitterbots 16, so it's gonna go in my 16 plus tab. Look at this. Okay, and let's go and help Cassia. Burning our sins away, burning our sins away. Our little crazy lady of the church. I wonder if she's a nun, if she's a lady of the church. She seems religious. Okay, not freeze, so fire and shot. Upgrade and upgrade. Why the mycelium? New? How can you not know what it means, mycelium? More power, more power. Upgrade the shot. I think I've got all the towers to tier 4 at least once. I'll have to try, because you've got the choice of 2 different towers when you get to tier 4. I'll have to check which ones I haven't got. Let's do an arc tower. Probably just shoot some powerful arcs, like the arc spell. Blight Necromancer. Okay, nice. Assist. Ooh.
Too much clutter.
That is too much clutter. Okay. Too much clutter. Put some stuff in the chaos recipe tab. And that's probably why you can realize why some of the more advanced speedy players don't do chaos recipe, because they don't like to have to come back to drop stuff off. Especially once you're a bit further in the game. I can stop actually picking up chests for now, because I'm full up on chests. We'll need boots, some chests. 54 max life, cold race, lightning race, some fire, cold and lightning, and the Widri's tenure. I think I've already had. Let's save until we've got 5 of those, and 5 general uniques, and then I can sell the rest. Yeah, there's a prophecy that requires 5 uniques. So I just save that up.
Stay in the light.
Okay, quality 16 plus. Is this one? Summon Skitterbots. How close I am to a tier 20. I think my zombies would probably be closest. So zombies is in the this one, minion damage, zombies, tier 19, 91 out of 242. So still a fair bit to go. What was I doing? I've got an extra skill point. Where do I want to go? I was going... I did get that jewel slot there. Let's do this for this one. What's this? Mana regen life. Got this jewel slot. It's also 1, 2, 3 jewel slots over there. Oh, I was doing this. Increased elemental damage. Was I doing this? No, it's available but not selected. Oh, I was doing that. No, I was not. Let me actually check what the guide says. The guide does have that in, but yeah. Lots of jewel slots there. Let's go for the cheap ones, which is this one, which is 2 points away. Yes. Okie dokie. All's well that ends well. Skill point gain. And get this veiled item. And this boots. So no more chest that I need to pick up. Superior Mausoleum. Ooh, 9%. Gem Cutter's Prisms as well. And those are just normal ones. And Legion Gloves, I think. What was that last one? No, I do not want it. Okay, so let's drop those off. Get the veiled item unveiled.
Cool winds.
Unveil. Who wins? Dex 70 life, 24% chaos resistance, 3% increased movement speed, and chance to block. Let's give evasion and max life. Anything with more life is good. And these two can go in the chaos recipe tab. Gloves and boots.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Be careful, Exile.
Okay, quality can get the gems. Mausoleum map. And currency. Okay, and up next, I think I'm almost done with unlocking all the tier 4s. So Arachnid Tomb, that one, and then I can start working towards tier 5 maps and doing some of the master missions, I think. But that's my preferred way of playing the game now with the changed master missions, is unlock the tier maps, and then while I'm farming more maps to get the next tier maps, I'll do the master missions as well. So that's my strategy that I've got at the moment, and it feels like it should work. We will see if it does. Not that way, this way. Ooh, I'm making this thing there. It's pretty good because sometimes you get a abyssal depths node or door at the end, which gives you a special chance to get some special loot, which I already have had one instance of. Gives you those Stygian belts as a default reward, and then some other stuff as well. Like that. Oh, there we go. And that abyssal depth door is pretty sweet to see. But it doesn't always give you the lich. So it's a lich or a normal what's it called? What is that called? A totem. It's a totem boss or a lich boss. And the lich boss is the most rewarding. But I think it's only like 10% of the spawns is actually a lich boss. So sometimes you get lucky. Like I did on my first one. I got a lich boss, but
Welcome.
not likely to keep happening
Careful, Exile.
unless they've changed the spawn rate. Dev card. Yeah. And because you can't actually use a portal in the abyssal depth, you go back to the start. So I prefer to just clear out everything and see what I can get from rewards in there. I like hypnotic owl. Oh, unset ring. I think that's pretty important. That's the, I think, unending hunger or hungry loop. Consumes socketed support gems when they reach maximum level. Can consume 4 support gems. Has not consumed any gems. So that's a weird one that you need a bit of planning with to actually progress. Because you need to plan out what you're actually going to put in there. Feel that music, alright? It's pretty epic. Are you ready to die here today? Are you ready to die? And the shadows in here is pretty amazing as well. I wonder if this is a boss fight. It seems pretty straight. Usually, when I say boss, I mean the lich boss. It's either when it's fairly straight with no side stuff is a boss, or when you go to the right. So currently my map turns left, but it's pretty straight. And usually that means a boss. But the key giveaway near the end is when you get to the boss door, it's a smoky area. There's some smoke. Oh, this definitely feels like a boss encounter. The zone before it, like this smoky bit before the start means it's a boss encounter. Boss encounter. A lich boss encounter. So let's do this. Summon the minions and get the boss in a good mood to die. Yeah, this build feels powerful. I didn't always have the courage to actually face this boss. Usually I choose pretty good builds, but this is a special. Don't need any of those. Let's go and see this boss. Don't hurt me like this. I thought we were friends. Not really. I just don't like to get hurt. Just need to keep attacking because most of my defenses give me life or energy shield back if I keep attacking. I need to... That's what I needed to do. I needed to get a Wicked Ward which prevents energy shield disruption if you've recently started regaining energy shield, which I do have quite a lot of at the moment. Okay, let's go and see in the side. Let's get the skeleton army. There we go. Nice. Question is murder boots, only one socket. So here's the challenge. These uniques, or this one specifically, and there's a helmet that I got on the previous Lich boss, can get up to 2 abyssal sockets, which is the grey socket in there. But that's the really valuable ones, because there are builds that depend on it gives you bonuses for number of abyssal sockets that you've got equipped, or abyssal jewels affecting your build. So it's really powerful to get the 2 socket versions of those items, which I wasn't lucky enough to get. So I've got a 1 socket one and another Stygian Vice. The Stygian Vice will drop off a totem boss as well, but not the uniques, not the other uniques. I'm not sure if anyone told you guys, yeah, that's a bit creepy, okay? It's a bit creepy. Going to dark places and chanting your religious litany. But we are used to dealing with all kinds here in Ryklast. What is this? Oh, anything is fine. Anything goes. Let's get some minions at the back. Empower the freeze. And give me a shock at the start. Watch out, you mycelium! Yo! Upgrade the shop. Put a little earth one there, just to soften them up before they come around the corner. Upgrade the totem, the minions at the back. Upgrade the earth. Successfully destroyed. Ah, the times 2 is 2 chests where they spawn. And only 2 portals. Confused me there. Why not more myceliums?
Oh, bless.
Oh dear. Let's see if they've got any good loot. This is currency, should be good. Scouring, wriggle. More chaos, and they've got chocolate and some jewelry. Okay. Nice. And then a Legion encounter as well. Pretty good map, this one. An Abyss, a Legion encounter, Cassia. Okay. It's a pretty small room for a Legion encounter though. Some essences as well. What's this? That's the cold wind, I think. Or the east wind or the west wind. Another essence. Wow. Getting lots in this map. The 3rd essence one. Some maps, essences. Yeah, this is a pretty rewarding map. Was this a Zana one? Arachnid Tomb with Zana. No, I think it was just unidentified, so it's 90% but unidentified. Maybe I should do more unidentified. Not sure if it's a built-in thing that I've got at the moment. Not too much of that. Not enough time. I wanted to do more damage. I need to find open areas, open maps to properly fight with these guys. I like to get lots of reward. It doesn't feel rewarding these Legion encounters,
Much clatter.
but it does feel powerful still, right? Okay, let's go and sell some stuff then. Or store it, not sell. Like this. So I should already have, I think I got this on the previous drop. No, I did not. I got the helm, I think. So maybe I can do a Abyssal Depth build. I did get the belt, I'm sure I got the belt. Yeah, I already have the belt, which is this one. But I'm gonna definitely save this one. That's useful for all kinds of things. This one's also to be saved. Max energy shield, max mana, fire res 39 and 49 life. 45 lightning. It's my current one as life, fire res, lightning res, cold res, but I'm overcapped on most of them. Tier 4 energy shield. 18 and 17 is 35 energy shield. So it actually ties it and gives me an additional socket. And it's got open prefix and an open suffix. That's pretty good. I am, I think, gonna switch. So let me put that in there. I will save this for now. Okay, as recipe items. Can go in there. There. That's to be saved. Saved. Saved, 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 saved. Let's see. Chaos damage to spells while holding a shield. 200 melee weapons, 10% increased area damage, strength and int. And a jewel on the side. What's this? Increase global accuracy, increase global critical strike chance, 7% increased max life. Get a regal orb on that, see what that turns into. Critical strike, increase damage with bleeding. Yeah, that's not very good. It's got life though. How about this one? Increase damage of fire, skills, elemental resistances, and plus the energy shield gain for each enemy hit by your attacks. Okay, I'm gonna swap this and this around. Just double check that I'm still capped on defenses, which I am. And let me get a good... This is life and minions deal additional lightning damage. I don't think I want that. Additional physical damage. Let's see if I've got a one that I can craft, a minion focused one. So these are all minion focused, the ghastly eye jewels, which is the one that I want. 23 life, maybe this one. Minions got damage stuff. Minions. Which one's the highest eye level? Eye level 70 and eye level 70. They're not that high. 70, 70. Yeah, I'm not very high eye level, so it's gonna take a while. So this is a pretty special one, that one. And that unique is White Wind, which I haven't got yet. Lots of essences. I might start essence crafting now that they've actually increased the drop rate of essences, because that essentially serves as a alchemy orb, so I can use some essences on maps as well, I think. Conductivity map and sell.
Hello. Be careful, Exile.
Okay, so I want a good abyssal jewel in there. One abyssal socket. And neither of these are really that good. They recommend that you want on your abyssal jewels. So on my tree I've got one of them. It's got a which one is this? Where's my jewels? There's one jewel. Taunt. So you want the taunt. And I think the other one that you want is a blind. I don't think I've got a blind yet. I'm gonna try and get a blind for my minions on this. Let's see how this works. swap these two, just while I'm crafting. Minions regen 2% increase cast speed. Max life, pretty good. No. 2% chance. No. Nope. Chaos damage, lightning damage. Minions have 8% increased attack and cast speed if you or your minions have killed recently. That's pretty good. Life. No. So I'm looking for a chance for the minions to, if you've used, that's pretty good, increased damage. But I'm looking for a blind, I think it's called. The 5% chance to taunt on hit with attacks. 3% chance. But I've already got a taunt, so I'm looking for a blind. Regen 7 energy shield per second. Oh man, that's so good. Okay. Max life. Increased cast speed if a minion has been killed recently. Additional fire damage. 2% max life. So this is the one way that I'm more comfortable crafting, is this Orb of Transmutation and Orb of Alteration, to do blue level crafting for one specific modifier, and then getting maybe a bonus one if you regal it to make it a yellow one. But I'm not comfortable with all the other potential ways. There's probably dozens of potential ways to craft good items. Strength and dex. Especially if it's such like a duel with minimum. This one's got life and taunt. Let's see if I can get a good roll. Increased evasion rate while moving. So it's 2 good rolls. Got a chance taunt. Let me just compare it to the existing taunt one. It already has a taunt and a max life. And it's a 4% taunt, not a 3% taunt. Okay. Max mana, let's see. Minions deal increase damage if dealt. If it dealt damage recently. 10% chaos rays. Max life, max mana. Increased accuracy. Increased max life and max life. Chaos damage. Movement speed. I'm looking for anything that's a blind. Chance to blind. Yes. 3% chance to block spell damage. I'm not sure if it's a prefix or a suffix. It's probably, if I look at the tree, because it will be in the same slot as a taunt, so it will be a suffix. So only reroll suffixes. I can, if I got a good prefix, I will also roll for a suffix. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Max life, that's a prefix. Increase movement speed if you haven't taken damage recently. Oh, 30 max life. Okay. Increased evasion, regen. Chance to avoid the bleeding. Regen mana. +7 to all attributes. Minions leech 0.3% of damage of life. Extra physical damage. Increased accuracy rating. Glaciated. Ghastly archery. I think elemental equilibrium only counts for your attacks. So if my minions deal extra cold damage, it won't affect elemental equilibrium for me. Chaos damage. Chaos resistance. And this is what can take a long time when crafting, is getting the roll that you want. So I'm a slow reader as well. Max life. Minions have increased attack and cast speed if you or your minions have kindled recently. Max life and fire qualities. Minions leech damage as life, additional fire damage, cold damage. Chance to hinder enemies on hit with spells with 30% reduced movement speed. Let me just check the guide again. I'm not sure if it's hinder or blind or taunt that we are ideally going for. So if you type in !build in the guild, in the chat, it should show you what the build. It's called Arcanic Speaker of the Dead Summoner build. Defenses. Hinder is actually one of the ones. So I think I will actually do this and use the hinder for now. And light, nice. And chaos resistance. It's pretty good. Put that back in there. Yeah, and I'll just at another time actually read the guide and trying to find exactly which one I'm trying to go for. So it's 4,163 light. Okay. So that was in the middle of an arachnid tomb, which I've not finished yet. I think the map can despawn if you outside it too long, so don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Do what I say, don't do what I do. Yeah, it can be especially problematic if you make a mapping decision like that, or decision to stay out of the map and it despawns and you only had the one map. So then you'd have to farm it again while we've already unlocked some of the other maps, which makes them more likely to drop. So you just need to be very careful to approach unlocking maps in the right way and not get distracted like I just did. I will probably at some point lose a map that was the only one that I had available. It can often happen. I think the red maps, which you need, if you need the bonus, which is actually, or if you're trying to get the bonus, it's the corrupted rare versions of the map. Did not need the balls of it actually. Leave that on the ground. And corrupting a map can actually change the map to a different map, so you can lose the map that you had, which is a little bit annoying later in the game, especially solo Southbound. Boss room is up ahead. Let's do the boss. Arachnid Tomb, unidentified map tier 4 completed. And the relic chambers. Nice. Anything good? No. Okay. I think that's all the tier 4 maps that I've unlocked. So all the tier 4 maps are now unlocked. So I can now just farm for trying to get all the tier 5 maps, and then I can start doing them. And I've got a bunch of quest master missions now as well to help out with my grinding, so it doesn't feel so grindy. So I will shortly start doing that. This is a minion one. 10% chance to block attack damage, 311 armor, and regen 2% of life. It's alright. It's alright. I think I already have one of those actually. No, I don't. Ah, I saved it in my Necro gear swap. Yeah, there it is. Okay. The others can go in the Chaos Recipe tab. Let's see if there's any good stuff in there. 12% increased totem damage, 4% to cold damage over time multiplier, 12% increased weapon damage while dual wielding, and 12% lightning rays. Yep, not that exciting. Blue sockets and yellow jewels. Sockets, jewels I meant. That's what I meant to say. Maps. And currency. Okay. So, part of my strategy for tier 4 mapping is a bunch of this channel maps. Because channel can also drop oh, it's time for a break. Channel can also drop humility cards, which gives me the tabula rasa. So I will shortly start doing that. As master missions actually.
Learn anything new?
I think I'm going to do a master mission next while doing a channel map, but while I'm waiting, or I'm going to take a break. So I will be back and then do the channel master mission. So let me put up the notes and I will be back in that 5. I am back. Let me set the timer for the next break. I think the next break is actually going to be the end of my stream today, so I'm just going to make it a bit of a longest stretch, so about just over an hour or so. Because I do want to still be excited tomorrow. Don't be too tired. And I'm not excited to play Path of Exile tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing tomorrow as well. Let me just check my other device, but it's still A-OK. Okay, that is A-OK. Let's
Need a
do
map?
a Atlas mission, please. Unidentified channel map. And see if she can give us a good reward and maybe a trial of ascendancy. There we go.
Still sane, Exile.
Easy.
Darkness.
Okay. Select mission, a tier 5, a tier 4. Essences, corrupted boss beyond. Complete the map, slay the corrupted boss. Probably any of the tier, any of the map tier 4s. Leyline, which is the beyond, don't die or leave. It's not a lot of quantity. A corrupted one. Flooded mine of miring. Slay the corrupted boss within the time limit. Okay, let's do a corrupted tier 4 map. Slay the corrupted boss and complete the mission within the time limit. So because flooded mine, I know the layout, it's like a loop. You start in one corner and go to the other corner, so it should be fairly straightforward to get to the boss within the time limit. If you don't waste time, like I want to do at times. Enemy kite shield, I will take. Don't spend too much time on Cassia, just go to the boss. And once you've killed the boss and completed the mission, you then actually have the time to complete the rest of the map. So I would recommend just keep going. Kill as many mobs as you can in a straight line to the boss, and then come back and see what you can do after this. I think this is the boss zone, yep. There's the boss marker. There you go, sacrifices nether as well. Nice. And the relic chambers map. Blight vest and that one. Yeah. Thick faced bassinet. I can actually get that. Okay, now I can take my time to actually kill all the mobs. I'll just go around to the side I haven't been and clear it out. Okay. This one. Superior blast chain support. Orb of augmentation. Let's see on this side. Carto chisel. Okay, looks like that's going to be the zone to go to. Let's just check. Everything's dead on this side. They are now. Okay. The puzzle, which is 5 bleach stone splinters. We have to see where that goes. Armory map is a lower tier, I think.
Life is short. Deal with it.
Life is short. Deal with it. Let's go and clear out this extra zone here. If there is any mobs, they will soon not be. Probably a beyond, yeah. Slaying enemies close together, get a beyond. Okay, and then I want to go and do Cassia on this map. Get some rewards. Cassia doesn't actually count towards anything, so I don't think you can do a like a gradual build up to an end game type thing for it, as far as I know. You only get the occasional chance to drop a completely blighted map. I'm not sure if that actually requires any number of things from you. Not freeze, so let's do a minion and then a power. And then a shock. And upgrade the minions and upgrade the power.
Light is trying to spread!
Trying to spread! Upgrade the shock. Upgrade the empower. What's this? Cast while channeling to level 19. Upgrade the minions. Okay, that's over. Hello. Ooh, I think I've got a new one. Not sure what that star means. Let's have a look. Jeweler's orb, the star. If I had to guess, what does the star mean? Betrayal? Atlas. Oh, maps. Okay. Okay, I guessed incorrect. So that's fine. What's over here? Any special mobs? No. How many? 4 mobs total. I think I'm gonna leave them alone. Not spend too much time on it. Exana. Do more of the channel map. Got all of them. Let's see. Now those fire mobs can be a bit dangerous. I think they do more damage the more enemies around them there are. Because it's like a fire debuff, fire vulnerability debuff, and if all your minions have it, then it's like 40 times the debuff in terms of fire resist. I think that's how it works. Because I've had trouble facing them on a minion build in the past. If I get too far ahead of my minions and my minions don't kill them before I'm there, I die together with my minions. Or without them. Listen to that music, it's like building the tension nicely. Don't even notice it, you're just fighting and then there's this little ramping up of tension with the music. It's pretty dastardly. Like, making me more tense, I'm gonna die. All's well that ends well, and all the enemies dead that good ends well. Soul, child of the things. We'll have to talk about this thing you're chanting. It's not okay, Cassie, it's not okay. You are a little bit crazy, and not the good kind of crazy like I know. Not minions, so you do not. They are not afraid of the minions.
What this tower can really do.
Blight is trying to spread. The blight is trying to spread.
As long as it's not going to the rear, it should be alright. Upgrade the empower, and I will just keep hanging around the empowered tower. My minions, get them empowered. Another level upgrade. Oh, with this smothering tower weakens enemies in range. Okay, it's the first time I got that one actually. But it will weaken the enemies is pretty good too. Ooh, what's that? Oh, a 5 link, another 5 link. Devout chainmail, a strengthened int one. Might just save that. What is this icon? It's a row of hands holding each other all the way around in a circle. Trying to think what that was. Not the Val, is it? Maybe it's the temple. No. So it's Abyss related. Okay. Okay. Do not know that. Ooh. Currency and jewelry
Too much clutter.
and some essences. Too much clutter. Okay, let's go and see about this clutter situation.
Oh, I heard something.
Chance tab 5 link. I don't think I'm going to try and roll more than a 5 link at the moment. But later I might be interested. What maps have I got so far? Armory and another channel. Oh, I'm gonna use the channel shortly, but a relic chambers and a city square. Nice. I've got one of the additional ones that I was missing on tier 5. Quality is this one, this one, this one. The more fragments. I've got a midnight fragment. So I've got 3 sets potentially now of a series. This one I'll actually want to check. Adds 3 to 4 physical damage to axe attacks, 20% increased armor if you haven't killed recently, and 4% chance to blind enemies on hit with attacks. I wonder if that's a... No, I think I rated it is a minion attack as well on the other one. But I will save it in case. Anything else? Chaos recipe. Can get a helm over there. Belt, some jewelry, and these two can be identified. Dex and int, and fire damage and cold is not exciting.
Oh, I heard something.
I want attack speed and good stuff. And the Quicksilver, because I already
Staying
have a few of
alive.
those. Currency. Death Guard. Okay. More channel. See if we can get a humility to drop. another Cassia? Yeah. Oh no, I've already done Cassia. Yeah, so the way I do this channel maps is I go down, go there and back, then come down, clear this area, come back and cross, clear over, come back over and go that way. It's a fairly established route that I've got now. And it seems to work. I think there's probably a way to do it even better. I just need to learn how. And it's not that important, I guess, in the big scheme of things. And you always have to do it a certain way. Play the game how you want to play the game. People seem to often forget it and think they have to play it the most efficient way, which I don't always play. Like I'm playing solo self-handle, which is probably not the most efficient way. Raise a zombie is now level 17, although that's my additional once I'm leveling my offhand is level 17 now. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get turn them into 20% qualities with the level 22 gem with one prism, gem cutter's prism, to turn them into 20% qualities, level 1s, and then level them to 2020s. And then try and corrupt them to get a high level one. So yeah, with the solo self-hand, you can't rely on having or being able to buy the ones that you want as 21. You have to do it all yourself. Superior Tropical Island, which is tier 3, thank you very much. Serpent Scale Bird, Tenderizer. Okay. Complete Twin Maps tier 4 as well. Okay. Got the map. Chaos recipe stuff. More boots. Okay, my boots is almost full. There we go. So I don't have to pick up boots or chests anymore, but still gloves. And helms. Okay. I was doing another channel map. It's the corrupted one. 20% quality corrupted. Do it.
Need a map?
Purchase items. Of course I'm gonna purchase items. Geode, Bone Crypt, Relic Chambers. Don't need that. From Ivy Temple.
Good luck with your maps.
Good luck with your maps. Thank you, Zana. So yeah, if you've got a lot of Zana missions saved up, you can just do maps and get Zana missions, reset the inventory, and then you come back and buy just more inventory for your map that you're missing. So let's see if this works.
How are your maps?
Give me another Atlas mission with this corrupted. Quality 19% map, even though it's a normal map. The normal maps are pretty easy though, because there's not too many mobs on them. But you don't get as much drops as you might want. Fingerless silk gloves. Don't think I got any of those yet either. She's just implicit with the spell damage modifier. Not minions, and it's to this side, so build a freeze and a empowered. Freeze upgrade, empowered upgrade, and a earth. So it's in two directions, hold on. You need to be careful here. There's a freeze on the side. Upgrade the earth. Upgrade the freeze over there. Need to slow them down. Oh, wait, at the rear, at the rear, at the rear. Keep an eye on the map. Keep an eye on the map. Let's get an upgraded empower on there. Tidal crab. Oh, okay, successfully defeated. Alex Arapier. All box scouting. Oh, laminated flight shield. And this is a... Okay, I think having this as a normal map doesn't help. Doesn't help the loot situation. But because it's corrupt, I couldn't actually do anything with it.
Still sane, Exile?
Yes. I am still sane, but this might help if I get a good map from Zana. Give me Barrows or Arid Lake, Abyss, Harbingers, Labyrinth Trial. So here's the option, right? Because it's a tier 5 and I haven't got all the tier 5s yet, I don't want to complete the map, which is to kill the boss. But I might want to do the Labyrinth Trial, so I'll just do that without completing the map.
Interesting anomalies.
Let's do that. So I'm on the hunt for Labyrinth Trials. Superior body swap. Yeah, I think the boss is, this map, if I recall correctly, the boss is still in a different zone. So I can clear all the mobs besides the boss, not complete the map. And then later, I might kick myself later though. Yeah, I'd rather actually just do it properly and get all the tier 5 maps before I try to proceed. Let's see if I've got this one. Piercing Truth. Do I have Piercing Truth? We will check. Piercing Truth. Stinging Dab, Crippling Rifts. I do not have Piercing Truth. I think this is one of those that I do not like. Yep, it's a spiky one. Let's do it anyway. Get it over and done with. Just don't die. The simple advice. Just do not die. Yeah, like that. Do not do that. And do not be silly. Advice I often don't do. Oh. Yeah. Welcome, overly sensitive mod. Yeah, PoE is not for everyone. Some people like it, and some people love it, and people like me just enjoy it. I do have quite a lot of hours in it though, to be honest. I do probably fall in the enjoy it too much tab. Or group. Still so used to talking about tab in the game. Yeah. it's a real grind where I'm at now. I would say I am in endgame, which is the mapping system, but it's just slow going at the moment. I'm playing the what's called the solo self-found option, which you don't get to trade with other with other players. So you have to find everything yourself. It's a challenge. And I probably don't even play enough to justify that, because I found some of the stuff that I'd need to get the best out of my build is I'm going in the wrong direction. Can't crank this on the other side. Yeah, solo self-found is, they say you slow down your how quickly you get the best out of your build. So because you have to find all the gear yourself, it takes much longer to actually get there. Current league is pretty okay for slow builds. I think it's the tower, the league is called the tower defense league, because you build like and support like mini tower games going on, like a mini game. It's pretty good for a slow playstyle. Some of the more experienced players don't like it so much. So most of them, they have moved on to other games, or a lot of them have. I saw some of the subreddit people saying it's the lowest sustained league for Path of Exile in terms of 3 weeks after the launch. I think it's still fairly new in the league launch, so they want it to be much better than it is. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, so what I'm doing at the moment is this what's called Labyrinth Trials, to get the final Labyrinth lab unlocked to get the best upgrades for my build of my class, and that is gonna take a while as well. But this is all I want to say not skill based, it's all based on traps that can damage you irrespective of how good your build is. So it's a bit tricky and you have to pay attention, which I'm not always so good at. Okay, timed crank. So the timed crank is you try and do this crank and a crank on the other side of all these traps within a set period of time. So it's a bit tricky to do it speedily, because I try to do it safely and then I don't do it. And then I have to do it quickly and then I die. So the aim is to do it quickly and not die. Like this. Oh! Too slow, too slow. Now get to that time crank. Yes, I was quick enough. I didn't die. Didn't die. Are you still playing My Time at Porsche, only since the mod? I think I've finished my playthrough this morning actually, so or this afternoon, because I did all the stuff that I wanted to do in the game. I finished the main campaign, got married, did a bunch of mining to get all the Marco style tapes in the game. I think you gave me the clue that it works with the TV. Wasn't sure how that works. And yeah, so I watched all those tapes, watched all the other tapes. Yeah, so I think I've finished my playthrough of My Time at Porsche for now. I'm gonna switch to another game next week. But this weekend is all My Time at Porsche. No, not My Time at Porsche. I'm so used to saying I'm playing My Time at Porsche. All this weekend is Path of Exile. Next week I think I'm gonna switch, start playing Firewatch. It's a fairly short game, but it's been in my library for a while. So I would feel I need to figure out what it is. Got it in the Steam Summer Sale. Yeah, this current league, they did a rework of the Necromancer in Path of Exile. So if you'd like the Necromancer playstyle, which I actually quite do, like I'm playing at the moment, it's definitely a good league to do that. It does have problems though. Apparently some of the later game stuff gets fairly hectic with too much minions on the screen. Because the league mechanic is minion type things that walk towards you, and you try and kill them before they kill you, before they kill the thing you're defending. And yeah, sometimes it can get a bit hectic. There's a map, the end game in the current league is called a Blight map. The whole map doesn't have normal mobs, it only has the Blight monster mobs, which they are supposedly tougher than normal mobs as well, so they last longer, and apparently that's causing issues with the server because they didn't plan it properly. So yeah, I've not run into that too much though, so probably because I haven't played that end game map yet. Don't know when I actually will, or if I will. Because I'm playing solo Self-Bound, and I have to find those stuff myself. Where did it go? Cassian. Superior excavation is a tier 2. Okay. And then not kill the boss because I don't want to complete the map. I'll do Cassian and then go out. Okay, not ice and not earth. Okay. That's weird. Okay, let's do a fire and a shock. On this side and on this side, give me a minions and power. Upgrade minions. So this is a fairly short map, so need to be around the. So this is one of my biggest ones yet, with 5 portals. Upgrade main power. Upgrade the fire. Upgrade minions on the side. Whoa! Okay, that is a bit tough. They got a couple of mobs to the target that I'm defending. So this is the tower defense. You start the encounter, there's some lanes which spawn portals, and the mobs spawn at the portals and walk towards your thing that you're defending at the center. And yeah, you try and defend them. Kill the mobs before they kill the thing at the center. Okay, that makes me happy. Let's go and tell Zana that her mission was a success. Quicksilver Val Hatchet. Yeah, unfortunately this game takes quite a bit of time to actually sink your teeth into. It's not one of those games that's too user friendly to pick up as a new player, or even as a returning player if you haven't played for a while, because everything changes every time. It's not too not a game that lends itself to new players returning if they don't like it right away. It's not their style of grind. The company that makes this game is called Grinding Gear Games. So you can imagine that it's a very grindy game, which it is. Yeah, they. I think Path of Exile's actually become quite big. They've got a Exile Con in November, which is a conference just about this game. But it's in New Zealand where the company is based. So I'm not going to go, but apparently quite a few people are going. Some of the Path of Exile streamers. But I guess that's when you know you've made it, when you've got your own con. It's not such a small game anymore. They did get bought out, or not bought out, Tencent, which is the Chinese gaming company, did buy a stake in them. But they're still mostly independent. Tencent gets I would say most of the Chinese market interested in the game, and I think they probably get the revenue from that as well. Tribal Circlet. I think I've got this. This is one of the new ones. Carrying Crow. I didn't mind farming this channel because it's got the chance to drop the humility card, which is used for the Tabula Rasa, which is a 6-link chest, which in solo Southbound probably everyone has a Tabula Rasa because it's one of the easier chests to farm, or one of the easier divination cards to farm, because it drops in these channels, and it also drops in the campaign area called Blood Aqueducts, which is similar in layout to this aqueduct type like layout, you call it that. Sacrificing Tusk, Demon Dagger, and a Necromancer. I will take it all. 0 monsters remain. Okay. Let's see, what have we got? Some chancing items, some good bases. Yep, no fingerless gloves yet. What's this one? This is Mark of the Red Covenant, Tribal Circlet. Summoning Rage Spirits. Yeah, I've got one of those already. Unique. Let's store it in my unique saves tab. Okay, the rest can go in the chaos recipe tab, I think. Belts and belts and helm and of these. Ignomon. 17% increased rarity of items, then Dex adds fire damage to attacks, accuracy, evasion, and fire raise. Let's just put it in there. Oh, I already have one. What's this? 18% Val Arc. That's a pretty good one. Okay, my special tab. Quality, fragments, essences, death cards, jewels. Okay, quality. No, that's not there. Quality is there. 7% quality. Then fragments. This one and this one. Death cards. Gambler, loyalty, Carrion Crow, essences, this. Oh, there's one more diff cards I missed. 3 faces in the dark. Maps, got a few of those. Okay, so
I heard something.
I thought I heard something. Trying to listen to this music. So this is supposed, or in my head is the, oh, everything's peaceful, but it does have a I want to say an undertone of tension in it, right? Can you hear that? Let me actually turn the music up a bit. Right? Got a bit of a tension in the line because it's, I imagine it's a stringed instrument. It's just that ding 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 ding. So I'm waiting for death to start. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. And I've done the whole map, so let's do one more channel map, or a few more channel maps. How many maps have I got? I can probably change some of these relic chambers into something else. Oh, and I did a Zana mission, so let's see. Just got new inventory for me, please. Ah, special map as well. How much chaos? 10 chaos all for a special map. Don't want to pay that much though. Don't mind chisels. Let's see, tier 5. Barrows, burial chambers. Zana ivory, I will take. Take some of the tier 6. Why doesn't she have any tier 5s for me? Okay.
May your maps be merciful.
May your maps be merciful. Which unique do I have already? Acton Nightmare. How much? Yeah, I only have one chaos orb, and that's why I'm doing the chaos recipe, because I'm spending too much chaos on chisels, I think, this early probably. Yeah, because I think it only becomes worth it in the red maps, which I might get to if I persist. Relic chambers. Okay, do a bit more channel maps, and because it's channel, and I've got a lot of cartographers chisels, I will do that. And give me an elk on that. So now item quantity is 100% increased. So let's do that, and do a Zana mission there as well.
How are your maps?
Give me a Zana mission, please. Which should give her a new set of inventory again, and then I can keep buying good maps. It helps with map sustain early on. Getting the right maps of the right tiers. Precision to level 19. The breach there as well should be very good for rewards on a 100% quantity map. Another Marshes map. Marshes is tier 5. Nice. If I'm trying to get the right maps, I can probably or should probably farm the connected tier 4s. But for the time being, I'm just doing this channel maps because I like channel maps and it gives me the chance for the humilities. Well, I should probably have summoned the skeleton army when I've summoned it. Get this guy, the fat one. The big one freezing everyone's butt off. Get some of those. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna blow my nose for a minute. Okay, I am back in live, yeah. Cool. So one of the things that's a bit weird as a new player is this loot filter concept. Because I did not understand how loot filter or what even a loot filter is when I started playing. And it might have been before there was loot filters. Because the first few times I played, apart from the first time I played it for about 2 hours and got about as far as the underwater cave or submerged tunnel. And man, it was a struggle because there was lots of loot, or starting to get loot, but not good loot, and the map was confusing, and loot was starting to drop lots of normal type mobs, normal type of loot, so white loot, which isn't actually worth that much, and I don't have enough portal scrolls to actually go back to town to sell the white stuff, and I'm trying to pick up and don't know what's worth picking up. And yeah, it's confused situation with the loot and what's worth picking up and not picking up. So if you can just immediately turn stuff into scrap, should also be an option. Maybe that's one of the things they will do for 4.0, which I will announce a bit more detail on in ExileCon, which is in November. Carter's chisel. Ooh, and this as well. We get an abyssal dip. Maybe. No. If it goes more than one way, it won't be an abyssal dip. Not much I've learned so far. The abyssal depth is an extra zone, a special zone just for abyssal rewards or Abyss League rewards. But mostly you get abyssal trade from abysses. I think Abyss League is the only league where I got well, that was the first league I actually seriously played, and I got the 36 achievements or challenge trophy thing done. But I don't think I haven't done anything since, or not gotten as serious reward or progress in a league as that league. I think I was in between contracts. I had a lot of time to stay at that time, so it all made sense. What's this? Max life, max mana, 40 lightning race, increased fire damage. I will not wear it because it is... I need sockets in my current build. Chaos, need a helm. Boots, no more boots actually. Does need gloves. Does need weapons. But not boots. Lightning damage to attacks and 21 max life. Okie dokie. And a blue normal jewel. 67 max life fire res and lightning res. That's pretty good boots actually. My res boots tab doesn't have movement speed though, but you can craft that on top of it. Increase 3 resistances, no life and no movement speed.
Thought
But
I
it's alright.
heard something.
Can save it.
Farewell.
Farewell. Currency. Maps. More marshes. Fragments. And diff cards. Okay. Crude bow. I'll take a basalt flask. I think I've got, or might have max basalt flasks as well, but we'll see. We will see. What's going on? Glorious plate. I've got Archon Kite Shield as what? 12% elemental resistances. Do I want to carry this around? No. It's average. Orb of Transmutation and the
Still
first
sane,
one.
Exile.
Okay. Corrupted monsters, invasion boss, divination card, warband, or corrupted boss. Okay, none of those as a trial, so let's see, what do we actually want? Corrupted monsters, div card, warband, or a ley line. I want to do the ley line on corrupted boss.
There's
Don't
a
die or
presence
leave
through the map
Zana's
device
map.
that has been causing disruptive ripples.
Don't die or leave the map. Okay. Slay the corrupted boss. No amenities, so let's do a freeze and I'm in power actually.
Light is trying to spread.
Upgrade in power.
Put out new mycelium.
Watch out, Nima Thanian. You words.
This time, it'll be you begging for your life.
Ah, June. Okay, one of those. Not good enough. Not good enough. Upgrade in power. Upgrade the freeze over there. Power. Imbued me with power. What is this? Wow. Okay, strong guy. Glass blows a ball. Dr. Aisling.
I know you want to kill
Aisling
me.
moves to resist,
I would
Chimerium
too,
moves to
but
intervention. Okay, sure.
The Syndicate was in dire need of a shake-up anyway, Exile. You've achieved nothing.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Cool winds.
Unavail. It's got fire res, max energy shield. Not that exciting. Let's see. Strength and dex, totem placement speed. Get this one. I'll drop that off.
Warm nights.
Blight oils again. Fluted bassinet. Hunter-scale boots. Tenderizer. Okay. And I'm trying to kill the corrupted boss in this map. This is probably the boss of the map. Not die. The not dying part should be fairly straightforward. Oh, June. beach map.
Ancestors, I will see you again.
More mobs? More bosses? Or was that it? Only Ark. It's a bit of an empty boss zone. Maybe I kill them too fast before their allies can actually...
I do not wish to join my ancestors just... You dishonor me. Imprisonment is for slaves, not warriors.
Maybe I kill them too quickly and they can't call for help from their friends. This build kicks ass. These guys.
I was hoping to see today.
Let's actually see if we can get oh no, I killed him too quickly. I was hoping to get some of his allies
Consider it done. And consider the challenge begun.
Salah.
I was hoping I would get some of his friends to come and help him out. I killed him too quickly. Increase attack speed while a rare or unique enemies nearby. 3% crit strike multiplier while a rare or unique enemy is nearby, or increase the damage per endurance charge. Let's do this one. Let's get me the full level 1. I'm not going to keep this though. It takes up slots in my inventory. Attack and cast speed. Skill cost no mana while focus. Attack and cast speed. I'll keep that one. Use it for veiled stuff. Not too much veiled stuff so far.
Keep your eyes sharp.
Okay. I need to kill the corrupted boss. She's over here. Let's try maps are good. Maps are good. You can trade lower tier maps 3 to 1 for a higher tier map. So even lower tier maps is okay to get. Marsh is still 5. Okay. Let's do
Too much clutter.
Okay, let's see. I do have space actually. Okey-dokey. And I think there's a bit of mobs left. Yeah, more than 15 monsters remain. Little blue text line when you press tab to get the bring up the map tab is it tells you here at the top more than 50 monsters remain, or if it's less than 50 it will tell you how many it is. If it's more than 50 it will just say more than 50. You need to do a better job at killing mobs, because you're not done yet. The job is not over. The job is not over. Charge orbs. Ooh. Summon my army! Orb of operation. It's pretty good music though. You can imagine how much time people spend in this game. It's a pretty intense requirement to keep people in the game and engaged. And music helps. Okay, Now it says 0 monsters remain, which is what I was aiming for. Let's go back to the channel map and tell Zana everything is A-okay. We're offering a free carnival mystery box when you spend points. Find out more at Path of Exile Patch. Later. When you spend points, not when you buy points. Okay. I already did a bunch of the mystery boxes though. I don't think I will get anything new from them. We might see if we can support them. What's this one? This is Dancing Dervish. I think I already have one. So this one is 170 increased fist damage and 26% cast speed, and the current one is capped actually. So I'm gonna save, no, save. Let's save it for now, and then later I can sell it. Do I want to do anything? Just save it. Chaos recipe. Weapons, jewelry, and belt. Boots I already have. Helms I do not. Okay. That's not very good. I can sell that. This is a basalt flask. I've got space for that. Basalt. Okay. Sell extra image.
Be careful, Exile.
Verdant oil. I think the verdant oil is one of the higher tier ones. Not that high, but higher. Maps, strand, and marshes. And let's go and complete the map. More good stuff. Okay. Yeah, I try to put my skellies in front of any mobs that attack me, so when I see there's mobs I just cast skellies in front of it. And the skellies are aggressive, so they try and attack the mobs and prevent the mobs from actually attacking me. We've got a good arrangement, me and my skellies. I will summon them if they will defend me. You can come back to life if you will defend my life, or something along those lines, whatever the standard necromancer agreements are. Give me a power actually. And give me a fire and a divine power. I love what she's saying when she's saying that. Except when she says it really softly and it doesn't sound like a shout. Divine power instead of divine power. Like, no, you're not committed enough. You need to say it with enthusiasm and conviction. Engage, improve own power. Demon dagger. Flesh ripper, 6 sockets. Nice. Then make a kite shield out of take. Oils. Yeah, I think after this map I'm gonna call my stream for the evening. My timer says it's only 8 minutes left. So I'm gonna finish this map up and then I'm gonna call the stream for the day. Get away! Detonate nearby corpses. No. Identified, but it's not that great. Double bosses again. Nice.
The greatest threat, deep in dream, holds the key to another world.
Pleasant mid, line belt, boots, and I already have boots, and I'm full on boots. I need gloves. Boots. Take them anyway. See if they're any good. Okay, that is gonna be that map. Let's also check if Zana's got some good stuff for us. After we clear our inventory, weapons, helms, gloves, belt. Okay, charms and stuff. Any of these good. 43 lightning res, 36 max life, 34 max energy shield, but no movement speed. And life is not that great. This got 2 resistances and 30% movement speed, so I'll save that one. There's a boots. And this one's got life and some resistance, but no movement speed. Let's sell the remaining ones. And store it in my tabs, currency. Map. And div card. So I did a Zana mission in there, so her inventory should have
Learn
reset.
anything new?
Purchase. Haven't got enough chaos orbs, but got a haunted mansion tier 5, city square tier 5, and curse of couple. I will take it. And a Mirak tomb tier 4, because I'm farming tier 4s for tier 5s at the moment.
May
It's
your
all
maps
good.
be merciful.
May your maps be merciful. I might have to stop buying all the cartographer's chisels though. Because I've got enough of them. And only when I run out again, buy more. Because I can keep doing Zana missions, because I've got a bunch. How much have I got? I've got 2 left. So yeah, I can do normal tier map tier 4 farming of the other masters and leave Zana alone for a bit. So I've now got 14. I only need 2 more actually. Ticket. Hold on. Let's see. Crater or Cursed Crypt. If any of these. So if you've got 3, you can sell it for 1 tier higher map. Let's see if any of these. So what do I need? I need Lookout, Ticket or Beach. Lookout, Ticket or Beach.
Welcome.
See if we can get any of those. Nope. Or no. Okay, not those
Be
ones.
careful, Exile.
I need to get a bit more of those maps to actually give different options when selling. Or just farm a lot of them to get the right drops. So either Lookout, Thicket or Beach, and then I can start on the next tier, because once I do this mission, Zana will give me an option of a tier 5 map. Check. So only Relic Chambers is actually map tier 5 at the moment. Is only Shaper Influence map at the moment. But once I complete that, she will give me an option of any of the tier 5 maps. So I tend to feel it's okay to progress to the next tier once I only have 2 outstanding maps. So I'm almost there. But that's where I'm going to call the stream tonight. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I do appreciate everyone stopped by, people who've been lurking. Just a bit of a surprise that I actually did have time to play Path of Exile, but I'm happy that I finished my time at Porsche, so I can go on to the next game and really call myself a variety streamer. So thanks for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow at 2 PM UK time, maybe a bit earlier, but I stream till about 6 PM then, on the weekend days. So thanks for hanging out. Take care. Good night. Let me get out of the game and end my stream. Bye bye.